Stop studying. Seriously. If you're studying the way most students do, you're wasting your time, and you don't even realize it. Have you ever spent hours studying, felt confident, walked into the exam, and then blanked out? Yeah, that's not because you're bad at learning. It's because no one ever taught you how to study the right way. By the end of this video, you'll understand how learning actually works and how to study faster, smarter, and with way less frustration. Imagine this. You're filling a bucket with water, but the bucket has holes all over it. No matter how much water you pour in, most of it leaks out. That's exactly what most students do when they study. They pour in time, effort, energy, but very little stays. And the worst part, they don't even know it's happening. Right. Now let's break down the biggest mistakes that are quietly destroying your study sessions. First mistake, highlighting and rereading. Most students think highlighting textbooks and rereading notes helps them remember. But here's the truth. Research shows rereading has a retention rate of around 10%. That means if you reread something today, you'll forget about 90% of it within a week. It feels productive because your brain recognizes the words. But recognition is not understanding, and it's definitely not memory. Think about it. If you watch the same movie over and over, does that make you a filmmaker? No, you're just familiar with the story. That's exactly what passive rereading does. Second mistake, cramming at the last minute. Let's be honest. We've all done it. Late nights, too much coffee, stuffing information into your brain like a suitcase you're sitting on just to close. Cramming might help you survive tomorrow's test. But a few days later, most of that information is gone. Your brain treats crammed information like junk mail. It throws it away because it knows you don't really need it. And here's a hard truth. Students who actually master the material will always outperform crammers in exams, in college, and later in their careers. Third mistake, studying passively, reading, watching, listening, without doing anything with the information. Imagine trying to learn how to swim by reading a book, then jumping into a pool expecting to be an expert. You'd sink, yet that's how most people study. They watch lectures, read textbooks, and assume learning happened. It didn't. Learning only sticks when you engage, when you test yourself, explain ideas, and apply what you learn. So now the real question, how do you study the right way? Here's the shift that changes everything. Studying isn't about how long you study. It's about how much you retain. Some students study for 3 hours and forget everything the next day. Others study for 1 hour and remember it for life. The difference isn't intelligence. It's strategy. Real learning happens when your brain is challenged, when it struggles, makes connections, and pulls information from memory. Retention matters more than consumption. And this brings us to something powerful. The learning pyramid. This one concept can completely change how you study. At the bottom is reading, retention, around 10%. Next is listening to lectures, about 20%. Watching demonstrations, 30%. But here's where learning explodes. Practicing what you learn gives you around 75% retention. Teaching someone else, up to 90%. That means if you want real results, you must stop passively consuming information and start actively using it. Now let's turn this into action. First strategy, active recall. If you want to remember more in half the time, this is non-negotiable. Instead of looking at information, you pull it out of your brain. That effort is what builds memory. Here are two science-backed ways to do it. The first is the Feynman technique. Pick a concept, explain it as if you're teaching a 5-year-old. If you get stuck, that's good. It shows you exactly what you don't understand. Go back, fix the gaps. Refine your explanation until it's simple and clear. Teaching forces your brain to organize information, which makes recall effortless later. Second strategy, self-testing. Top students don't study more. They test more. They use flashcards, past papers, and self-quizzes instead of rereading notes. One real study found that students who tested themselves before studying scored 50% higher than those who only read. Next step, spaced repetition. Here's something wild. You forget about 50% of what you learn within 1 hour. That's called the forgetting curve. But you can beat it. Instead of cramming, spread learning over time. Day 1, learn the material. Day 3, quick review, 10 minutes. Day 7, test yourself without notes. This tells your brain, this matters. Keep it. Final step, make studying a habit without burning out. Most people fail because they procrastinate, feel overwhelmed, and quit. So use these 3 simple habit hacks. First, the 2-minute rule. Don't say, I need to study for an hour. Say, I'll study for 2 minutes. Once you start, your brain naturally wants to continue. Second, habit stacking. Attach these studying to something you already do. After brushing your teeth, review one flashcard. After breakfast, do a 5-minute quiz. After dinner, summarize one idea. Link it to routine, and it becomes automatic. Third, avoid burnout with the Pomodoro technique. 25 minutes of deep focus, 5-minute break. Repeat 4 times, then take a longer break. Here's the truth. Even the best study techniques mean nothing without consistency. Small daily effort beats last-minute panic every single time. If this helped you, like the video and subscribe. More game-changing strategies are coming. Good luck with your studies. Now go crush it.